Hey, welcome back. All right, so Aries, let's get into this, shall we? What have we got? Oh, goodness sakes. Hang on. We got cards that have fallen out, one sideways and the other all mostly upright, a little bit tilted, but Three of Wands is sideways. So there's more than one person thinking about what happens in the future. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. Oh, I hope I hear from you. I hope I hear from you. No, I hope I hear from you. Like this feels very much. Two people think, God, if only we could talk. We have this hope for the messenger, specifically sometime still within this year. Maybe this is because I usually look at the Three of Wands as anywhere from 3 days to 3 months. We're pretty much going into September, is what I would say. So September, October, November. So maybe, we're starting to get into holiday seasons. But it's like, gosh, I hope I hear from you like before the end of the year, still in Year of the Snake. I hope that you send me a message. I'd be ready to receive. We've got characters that are like astral traveling, hoping to, like manifest communication and then follow it up with actual like envisioning what if we met each other? What if you came to see me? What if we started taking action? The page is just the communication, the knight is the action taking. We definitely have somebody who is hoping that Aries either wants to reach out to them or that they want to reach out to Aries. Now, since we start out with, a fire energy, but it's sideways, so it's shared. This could be the energy between two fire signs for sure. This could be same sex couple, reverse gender role. Of course, it's always the case. Right now, we have all exclusively feminine images so far. We have a Page of Swords also. Like these characters spend a lot of time waiting, listening, hoping, but I don't know that anybody is making a move. Can we just see who Aries is? Three of Coins. Aries is like, I would be willing to put the puzzle pieces together. I would be willing to work together. Okay. And actually, let's change decks. So if we're going to get any duplicate cards, we give our characters a chance for that. Who is the other person? We know it's two people. Princess of Wands, which is, again, Page. And they stand here. Like, I do think that this person maybe wants to be a little bit hunted, a little bit, make me feel super special. I want to be mysterious and I want to hear that you want me. I want to, find out that you're, pursuing me just a smidge. But in truth, okay, so I said already, this could be two fire signs. They show up as possibly a Leo, Sag, or Aries. This is somebody who would be willing to make a move toward Aries, but on the other hand, they also, because they are standing on the foot of the Sphinx, it's kind of like, and this is Isis, the goddess Isis here from the Egyptian pantheon. I just can't help but think like I feel like this person has quite a bit of charisma, and they would love to be chased. We have a Four of Cups, and this, Four of Cups can always be illusions, missed opportunities. It can also be boredom. There is a haughty energy to this character. They keep coming across as a fairly full of themselves. But see, it's probably because they're like, I don't deserve any more broken hearts. Okay. I don't. So somebody needs to treat me right. Show me, Aries, that you want to treat me right. Well, even if they're masculine, they are coming across as feminine energy, meaning the energy of the moon. That is a gravitational pull. It's like, I want you to come to me. I want you to come talk to me. And if you look at it, look at all of the pages we've got. We've got pages all over the place. We've got hardly any, like bigger ticket items. In fact, we have no major arcana whatsoever. We have very much still a journey. And I would say that's probably because we have characters that are not super confident about this yet. So far, Aries has come across as far more confident. Okay, finally, we have the Judgment. We have the Four of Wands. So this does look like, I think Aries would very much be willing to reconcile. This does look like two people that maybe had a falling out, and Aries would very much like to reconcile, but not just for like, oh, let's be pals again. Aries sees real potential here, or thinks that you know, I would totally be willing to put in some effort. I would absolutely be willing, because I think that we could have a very happy outcome. I feel like this person could even be my Four of Wands, the person I would want to marry. Okay, but let me go over here and say, on their side, they kind of got a bit of a chip on their shoulder. The World card, are they wishing Aries would come and be like, oh, darling one, I was so wrong and you were so right? Is there this energy of like, come to me on bended knee and tell me you would like a new beginning? It kind of seems like they're not doing much to help this situation other than waiting for Aries to come toward them. With all of this, like, I'm spying, I wait, I listen, when do you come to me? But that again was both people are wishing that the other one would reach out. It just seems like Aries has much more like intention toward like harmony, and if we came back together we could have a great life together. And they seem to be more like, I am waiting and I'm getting bored with waiting. You need to come and take away my hurt. I've been heartbroken and you need to create a new cycle with me, Aries. It does feel a little like they have an expectation. Let me just ask, what are you really wanting from Aries? The Hierophant sideways. Tell me that you want to marry me. Tell me that you love me, Aries, so then I can tell you the same thing. So they really want Aries to love them, want to be with them forever. And they want Aries to be the Knight of Cups. I feel like they want to be the object of Aries' every desire. Tell me there's nobody sexier than me. Tell me there's nobody you ever wanted like you want me. Tell me that your heart is struck like Cupid and I'm the star in your eyes and I dazzle you and you can't peel your eyes off of me. Tell me all that. Look, everybody wants to be loved, like to this incomprehensible amount, right? We all want to be, made to feel so safe, so secure, like the person we adore has eyes only for us, right? I mean, I think that's a very relatable human, desire, whether we want to admit that or not. I think straight up that is very relatable. I think everybody wants to feel like you never met somebody like me before. I knocked, the breath away from you. I'm the one that you can't do without. I am the best one. And that's how you see me, is no one else compares to me. And you love just me more than you love other people. Heck, my own dog is jealous. I cannot show affection and attention to other animals, or Aries gets very jealous. So, I mean, I think that is, even in the animal kingdom, it's like, hey, there's, show me, tell me that you want me, tell me that you love me. I'm here and Lost Without You by Robin Thicke. Love that song. Okay, so they clearly want Aries to want them. Are you willing to move toward Aries at all? I mean, they're so desiring Aries to like be thirsting after them. Queen of Wands. Oh, they want Aries. They definitely keep coming across as a feminine fire sign. Again, it could just be that they're just like, come to me. It's the gravitational pull of the divine feminine, which is the energy of the moon. They could be a masculine, but they are definitely in a big way wanting to be like, come to me. But yes, I desperately want you as well. But they definitely have this energy of, I will give you everything if you come and tell me that I'm the one you want, kind of energy. That seems to be the way they are coming across in this story toward our Aries. Is Aries going to be making a move toward them? We have got the Emperor in the reverse. Nope. And that is Aries. Aries might be saying, I'm not about to. This kind of feels like two people are, Aries is in hermit mode. Now, I will say this. When we have an Emperor in the reverse, this is Aries not in their strongest energy, right? This would be Aries in even like they're stuck in a cycle that not even they are enjoying right now. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It just feels like Aries is saying, I'm in silent mode. I would be willing to work on things with them, but right now I know that I'm kind of either thrown off, because the Emperor is Aries' own card. I'm not going to read this as somebody who's like being tyrannical or rude. In fact, if anything, we saw Aries as somebody who would be really willing to work on things with that Judgment card, strong Scorpio energy there. strong Virgo also with the Hermit. But it's almost like Aries is saying, the Fool. Aries is saying one of two things. Either I got to just think about things for a while. I mean, yeah, I'd love it if they would reach out to me. I'd love it if we could talk again. I actually saw so much hope here, but I'm still not reaching out to them. I maybe don't feel super strong to do that right now, or it almost looks like Aries is going to wind up letting this thing go and say, maybe I should just take a leap in a different direction. I don't see them reach out to me. Let me ask this. Why is it that does Aries want them to reach out to them? Because they clearly want Aries to reach out to them. But is Aries hoping that the Queen of Wands will reach out to Aries? Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. See, and no wonder this is such a difficult story. Both of them feel stuck on each other. Both of them have all this complete, like, mirrored energy in the 5D, which is like, I want you, and I want you to tell me that you want me, but neither person's budging. And when I say, does Aries want the other fire sign to reach out to them, it's like, I kind of know that they won't, but I also know that we stay stuck in this dance. They won't reach out to me. We might remain in the 5D connected to each other, but I don't see them reaching out to me. Would I want them to? Sure, but will they? I think neither one of us is reaching out. One more on that. Nine of Cups and Twin Flame. So we already have the Two of Cups. Now this, lots of times we talk about that Two of Cups like it's the Twin Flame card, but this deck actually has a Twin Flame card in it. So not only do we have the Two of Cups, we have the Twin Flame, but you notice how these two sit in their own separate little, like cages, right? Side by side though, but this heart is like sweating, or we could say the heart is bleeding. And it seems unfortunate that in order to kind of synthetically make oneself happy, this, because sometimes the Nine of Cups is somebody that's indulging the wrong things in life. I'm going to indulge my ego. And this is a message for both characters. Instead of reaching out to somebody that I really want to love and work things out with, I'm going to indulge my ego and say, no, they would have to come to me. And the other person's doing the exact same thing, which in this storyline could indicate that either these two, don't want to be together, or right now they're not ready to be together yet. Maybe right now they actually, maybe it's not ego, maybe they need to go make themselves happy first separately, and then they'll gravitate back to each other when this tension no longer matters about who's going to reach out to who first. Look, these two are still interwoven in this storyline. They're both doing very similar things. There's a stagnation, but if we read this less as ego and more as I need to get happy in myself first, then that makes perfect sense why these two are not together yet. And yes, there could be some tension because they both sit side by side in the same energy. They share the same mindset, but they're just not able to be together right now. Then it's not really the end of the world now, is it? Maybe this is going just the way it's supposed to. 10 of Wands. If they both need to make themselves happy and then get to the point where, sometimes we have to fulfill other things in our life, and then we no longer feel, stressed out. And then we can be like, okay, now I can give. Now it doesn't even matter. I'm not worried. I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm just going to go ahead and reach out and do what I think is right for me. And it becomes more casual and we flow more easily. Right now, there's a heck of a lot of tension in this story, and I actually like to see it all dissipating. This first card that said Three of Wands sideways, I was like, well, two people both want to talk again in the future, and maybe that's just what this is. This is a story for another day. These two will talk sometime later. Right now, they're both still in silent mode from each other. Right now, they both wish the other one would reach out. But the fact that neither person is, at the end of this story, it actually says, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. They're not ready to reach out yet. Not everything has to happen immediately to still have a beautiful outcome. Right now, these two need to make themselves happy for a little bit. They'll be back together later. Like, I feel totally confident about that. This is something where These two are too interwoven and they're so similar that right now their needs are to take care of themselves. And then eventually these two will be back together. Maybe not for another 3 months, but it's like, okay, all this tension is really not worth feeling it because these two are going to wind up reconnecting. It's just in this moment of time. This is the reason they're not in a connection or in a union at the moment. And it's actually all well and good. It's the way it's supposed to be for right now. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye for now.